I was reading about the dungeon, like the definition and etymology for the dungeon, and it said it's the tower or the stronghold or the strong place. And I said, I know, I was thinking about Rapunzel letting down her hair, so the person would climb up there. Okay, but I was thinking, I know this ain't what they've been doing, like making a fantasy of like a royal family. I don't know, some A or something, and keeping the queens, because back in the day, the queens had to write out what they wanted to say and give it to the king. Like even if it was her kingdom, she grew up in that palace all her life, or she grew up as the queen all her life, or with that title. And when she gets a king, then he comes in there. That's why I think they said Victoria said that she didn't want her husband near the throne. That can be a mistake too if they are, if a lot of things that we reading about really have something to do with something mental, because that's what I was thinking. When they change these people or use transhumanism, they must be doing something also lowering, like these people don't know when they go through the process, but it may lower their memories or their way of thinking or change their mind or the way they think, so people could tell them what to do. It's a way of keeping a collective, something with finances. It's, like imagine me being a queen in a kingdom and I'm not in charge of finances, or I'm the queen and somebody slowly try to kick me out of my kingdom, or they're walking around with a doppelganger of me acting like that's the wife. One day I wake up and I'm poor, I don't have anything. I notice that nobody's the same around me. They've all been taken or swapped out or something, and these people have a whole full grips of my kingdom, and they're basically blocking me out from any type of protection or anything that would come with that title. Do you see? And it says strength. Even it kind of broke down strength heavily in that definition. This is the first thing on top of this deck right here. All right. Somebody wants somebody to speak here about a situation. This can have something to do with power moves. All right. We got like an AI. Somebody is a half breed. Like they could be of the sun, or there's an AI sun that's surrounded by the real sun, or something like this. But you see, because the strength card is a very powerful card, allegedly, but this is a handler. This is somebody that manipulates somebody's state of mind, what they should say, what they shouldn't say. So maybe somebody gave a king or a queen or somebody a handler. And now they're saying like this handler is like the mate instead of the king or the queen. You see how the head is in reverse here? It's like 40 years something has been out of place. 40 years something has been run funny. And then imagine everybody like, oh, the elites this, the elites that. So I would figure like for the past 7 years, that's what this has all been about. Like keeping someone in the dark while they rob the person of their existence. Like it's like kind of giving me that. We got internet or international con go. Somebody could be looked at as an international energy. This could be somebody that was playing, or the heavier part. Like I told you, if they gave somebody a Siamese twin, this is like a word that I use for like something that the government or another agency would use to bind two people together. After a certain amount of time, one person doesn't know that they're bound to. The other person knows about theyself and they know about the person that they bound to. So they're basically prepping someone the entire life to follow around or be attached to or see and feel what that other person feels. Say it's a king or a queen or a princess or a prince. And eventually one day, if if these people are running your kingdom because you were a child when you inherited the throne, and they gave a facade like something was still going properly, but all the time they were filling the room with fakes. Like this is not something new. And they just thought they'd just get rid of you or something, but God could be in somebody and they can't kill or move somebody. And so now there's another plan. The person won't shut up. It's something like this. But I feel like this is also somebody that wants to hear somebody speak, because in one of these situations, a masculine energy has been, I don't know, they could have put their own child in jail. This could be a mindset or actual physical prison. They could have killed this. This is like, you have to think about it like when fathers kill the son so that they can have the wife. The child could still be with the couple, can look like they're still together, but the power is in the hands of the. Say I was born a queen, a mini queen, but I'm brown skinned. I didn't come out looking some kind of way. Now I have to say this because I know that they die people. It's just a fact. They die people. They used to use face paint or paint and coal to cover their bodies and stuff like this in the past with Indians and stuff. Now they have technology to change your skin color. It's just your eye color. The Nazis were doing it in Nazi Germany. It's just a fact. Okay, it's a fact, factamundo. All right, so it really doesn't have anything to do with the skin color. There's no real such thing as racism when you get up to this hierarchy. It just is not. Somebody can keep on playing around with you about that. It's just not. This is about power grabs and power moves and power shifts and manipulation and con men and the world as we know it. We can, ever since COVID, even we can't see it. Nobody, the veil is coming off. Fake history, fake media, fake news, fake everything is just coming off. So somebody could have been having a person, because this person might look to you, so they think that this is fully normal. Somebody would think that this is fully normal. They know that they're not the queen, but this is the person that goes to the parties. This is the person that shows up with the nice things on to go to these meetings. Or this is the person that, even if these people aren't really meeting in person, they're the one that is the person that's being heard and recognized. But the real person is not. They may be looked at as an animal. The definition of animal, I was looking at something totally different today, and I was reading something totally different, and then the terms for animal came up. I think I was looking up something about Nathan in the Bible, because they told Nathan, like I think Moses told Nathan to go over there and find out about the assets in a kingdom, and he said something about who owned what, but they lied. They just lied. They just absolutely lied. Okay, it's almost like it was the eating away of one breed, or maybe these people didn't have such accurate or keen knowledge. They had lack of knowledge like God's people would have, and it would seem like, well, these people are being successful. Why are they? Because devil blesses people too. I just know that at some point in time, don't have to be forever, but at some point in time, God was warning that his children were going to be walking around like peasants and bummy, and the other people were going to be looking like they were real kings, and that his children were not going to have a certain amount of knowledge. It doesn't mean that we didn't grow up in the United States and it's illegal to keep your child home. You have to at least homeschool them. So we all got somewhere around the same. So we can't be talking about that type of education or that type of knowledge. We would have to be talking about something else, right? Where occult secret societies and groups, they know, but they're not even, they're foreign to this situation because they're not royals. So how would it be, with the propaganda over the past, before COVID and stuff, people were really going in on the elites and the royals and stuff like this. But, it just made me think about it a little bit different. Like, this is somebody destroying something and then giving it back. Like, they knew the day was coming, possibly, but they could be doing a lot with science and technology to make sure it doesn't, or to ruin a reputation. But the thing about God's children, we're not, you can't be a child of God fully in your energy and be worried about with any other person on this earth. But that doesn't mean that groups cannot charge at you. That doesn't mean that secret groups and other groups and family members, when you find out, when you start getting the knowledge or the mana is dropping and you're picking these pieces up and eating it, all right, it doesn't mean that they can't, it's not going to come full on at the same time. So it's very dangerous for us to even be, because they're treating it like, yeah, you're a nobody. The worst thing you can do is treat somebody like they're a nobody and a bum and a scum, but they're really the most prominent energy. And to get people to attack them in that manner, as if they are this or hateful, or, to really examine and really put emphasis on the negative things about the person and not the positive things. It can really be a very dangerous thing. And I feel like people weren't changing the way that they look because they wanted to. I do feel like some people might have wanted you to look different. Somebody wanted you to go through a transformation, and that's why somebody wanted to like humiliate you with the face and the skin color and the eye color that you have, so that you will wake up one day, I don't want to be in this body, just change me, God, because they doing this and that. You see what I'm saying? So it's not a weak position to sit. It doesn't matter if this person is a bum on the street. It's never those are the strongest ones, because it's not, the people that's been left out in any kind of way and feel like they don't have no power. What just happened to me? I never even knew this about me. You mean this whole family and community and in-laws and everybody knew, my school children, they all knew when I was going to school this about me, and I didn't know. So I could like those times when I could have been getting bullied or something, or haunted on the way home from school or something, like something could have been done about this, so I didn't have to fight these people or whatever like this. Like, oh, okay. Like something could have been done when these people first started this 7 years ago. This controlled demolition of my existence. You mean something could have been done in my government and my military and my, even if I'm a half and half, because if God made them man and woman and called them Adam, that's what it says in one of my Bibles specifically. All right, then that means that, okay, when God says, okay, it's not right for a man to be alone, I'll help him, make him a helpmeet, but again, he already created Adam and Eve right then and said, I made them both male and female, and I called them Adam. So this could also, well, now if we say woman, then this could be meaning somebody with breast and a reproductive system to carry children, or this could mean somebody that's a foreign entity. So this goes a little bit deeper than him. That also always brings me back to the temperance energy, because 1 foot that's the Holy Spirit, that's immunity. That is, if you mess with this person, stuff will happen to you. But how about if a group of people that's not that emotionally intelligent, okay, they could be thinking that they smart, say, well, let's do all this to make this person not seem holy, and then we will then do this, and then we can't get in trouble, or let's marry this person and take the immunity, and we won't give the immunity to that person. Because thank you, God, for the blood of Christ, or the fact that we get Christ to get us out of our sins. So we will just pretend like this person is not a part of the actual queen of the royal family, and then we will pile up all these charges and stuff, because this person don't know how it really works. They just think how it works, how we see on the media or television. The people that come out on the balcony and say a couple things is very private. Nobody's supposed to be recording this person. Okay, so even the children that would be raised up out of the court, who knows if my neighborhood is royal court? This is a bunch of people that like to play make-believe. I don't want to play make-believe. I'm the real thing. I want to do the real thing. So, maybe it's best for these people, because con men, for them to do it digital royal family or something like this, or a 5D royal family, because God don't like ugly, so they hide it in 5D. Another dimension where these people can imagine that they really have the power at the way that they can afflict people. It's also giving me weapons of mass destruction. The definition for this, if you take out, like, thinking about a little missile or a weapon or a bomb, this can be a person. It's just the way that I see the words being the word of the word. They say in the beginning was the word, and the word was God, and the word was God. So what does this mean? That's like somebody knowing that they bore a child that was different than any other child, and then they tortured this child or humiliated or demeaned this child to think like they were with everybody else. And when they say, hey, I think I'm not like everybody else, I think I need help, people are hurting me because I don't know why they're doing this, but it's seeming like, wait, I don't think they treat other people or every single person like this. Like, what's going on? They prefer you just be dead when you wake up, as these particular children or something like this of the lights. It was what it's seeming like to me, and the later the better, because if you're older, then they can say, look at this crazy person, she thinks she's the Queen of England, put her in there in the chokey. I used to like Matilda. Put her. I was also hearing about a man on a movie that locked his children in the room and made them watch movies. Like, I know at my grandma's house we used to all sit there and watch, like, We used to watch like The Little Mermaid and The Lion King over and over. Like we knew everything word for word. Okay, this was a long time. Like when I was still like 14, I would still go sit with the kids at my auntie's house when she was babysitting, and I would bring my daughter because other than that, we'll stay in the house all day when my person went to work from 2 o'clock to 10 o'clock, and so we only had one car, so I would have him drop me off at my grandma's house, so my daughter can have, other kids in the family or, play with the other kids. And I would still sit in the living room and, watch these movies over and over again, like me and the other cousins used to do, you know. Um, but the thing that we're getting mixed up, that's why I don't like always, I can dissect images like a mother, you know what. But at the same time, I don't like when people push stuff on you with images because it's seared in our heads what we've seen in these history books. And it's just, it could have kept a certain group of people in power. It's just not accurate. A lot of the stuff that they're saying that people did in these horrible camps and stuff, they were doing this. This was mental or domestic abuse, mental strife. Like, that's what, excuse me. And remember when we were in church and, excuse me, when we were little, they say, if you kill yourself, that's straight to hell. So it's like, oh, so people know that these rituals go on like this. They know most of these people may end up doing that to themselves because they don't know what to do. It's not something you could go to the police about. You don't know there's so many sectors, when it comes to the international, this, that, and whatever, you're not even going to know what to do or what first step. And people are just sitting there knowing you're not. All the demons and heathens know. But the person that's supposed to know, they don't know because they're hoping that you just die. And then they can go in and sign up and take these positions or something like this. Or break down, oh, that's too much power for a queen to have. Let's just break it down amongst our family and then do it like this. And the real queen won't even know that we're doing this. And then, a little bit of money and a little bit of power in a situation where there's best friends, mother and daughter, husband and wife, a little bit of this right here, that can turn a person to what you really could see what they are. Right? So somebody had to pass away here. Somebody had to pass away within the past 7 years or something. This also it's weasel activity. It's like, I know that this is not what kings were doing so that they can disrespect their wife. Like in Christian denominations, like even if we think about royals, they only had one queen. They could have had mistresses living even in the palace sometimes, depending on who they was queen was. I mean, some people had women living out in the valley or, with the peasants or something. Okay. But I just feel like somebody knew that wasn't going to happen either way. And so, yeah, I'm feeling like even in somebody's situation, whoever your king is, that's not even a person. They got like a cousin or a clone or a distant relative that look a lot like, because these people could have been massively breeding themselves while they had a hold of the kingdom and actually killing off the actual royal lineage. That's like me being married to somebody and their family got a hold, like, oh my God, all this treasures come. It ain't just, we think about treasures like some king sitting there with gold playing and gold coins. And no, the treasures is this other stuff that the people were using righteously at some point in time. And some people got their hand. I would not want to, I would imagine these people would not want to let go of this type of power, influence, science, whatever technology that they have a hold of that could have been used righteously, all right, to make sure that things go properly with that royal family or that sector. And they let it in the hands of some people that's ignorant, stingy, greedy, something like this, that should never have had access to whatever this is. Now they're using cloning just to get out of crimes or just to get out of a marriage or just to demean somebody. Or if they wouldn't dare put their hands on their wife or husband, I'll just make another one and put it in the village. And when I get mad at this wife, I'll just run over there and punch that one in the mouth a couple of times. Like, this is fucking insane. And my words will not come back void. Even if they take the children, they can manipulate what the children think. Show the children like, you want to see your mother? Okay, I'll let you see what she's doing. She lives in Brooklyn right now. She's on drugs or something. That's not you. That's not me. I'm still here wondering what the fuck happened. Especially in the past 7 years. I'm sitting here left to put the pieces together or whatever this is of my destiny that I'm not in. And the thing is, the quality, like I feel like if a spouse makes a promise to a woman, and say that he's going to take care of this, if the quality of that goes down, if we think about animal instincts, the female lion is automatically going to be on the prowl to find another man to fill that void of what's on in that pride. If somebody's not going to do what they're supposed to be doing or something like this and try to use money or something for, this is like, I would think that this is also something like financial abuse. Like, wait a minute. And then to find out that another woman could be sitting next to your man in your fucking kingdom, making these decisions as to what you should be getting, and then laughing or recording this when you have to ask for a couple nother dollars, and humiliating you amongst the people in the royal court in these secret rooms that these people go to. You would be, and really legit, it's my kingdom still. If I wanted to behead every single one of these people, it could be done. And it wouldn't even be a fucking problem. You see? But if you're not surrounded by those people no more, the whole body is changed. The people that were supporting you, even energetically, you can feel that it's not the same. Some people are crying, or they're wailing, or they're like, oh, I miss you, I still look to you. And well, who's calling judgment on this person? Like, I don't know what these people are doing or what system they're using. In the Bible, it's just telling me that these are highways and byways. They could be cut down. But this is not like you could say, well, I know the last party I went to was on this side of town, and, you know, there was a building right there. Aha, that might be the place. Let me go in there and peep out the place and see if that's where they're gathering, and then, you know, go shoot the place up or go pop up and object or something. It's not like that. They think they're smart how they've crafted this. This could be Zoom. This could be them just having some neural chip that they all share, and you're just not connected to it anymore. You were never connected to it. Somebody could have been saying, you said this last night, that I could be free. I don't have to get in trouble for that thing. I never said any. I don't know these people. I like the term when Jesus said, for I have not known thee. Because if you really read that verse, it's like, well, damn. I guess I didn't know none of these. I have not known this side of you. I didn't know that these people get down like this. I guess I have not known you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? It may not be talking about literally like this person. I've never seen this person before. It may be saying, oh, I thought I knew my mother. This ain't my mother and brother. Okay? Or else they would be honest when it comes to certain things like this, like I would. Like, what? This is making me think that this is some type of organization or something. You know, but it's real stuff mixed up in here, because when you know, people think I don't sit here, they think I'm cold or something. You don't think I don't sit here sometimes and wonder if these children did get swapped out. Where's my real children? Is somebody hurting them? Is they in the torture chamber? Did this family take over the power and then trick my children and make them think that they love them, and let's do this, say this about your mom. And once they did, this person pulled out some new kids that he had on the other side of town and kicked my kids out because they too nice, or they too innocent, or they too something. And now they're ain't got no teeth and running around in New Orleans, looking dirty. Because I'm sure in my home, being, I think, ill-treated if I'm a part of something. So, I could not respect a king like that. Is the person the king, or is the family the king in somebody's situation here? But the point is for you to never really clearly see it. And if you make accusations about it, there's no evidence. I was hearing love on a two-way street. Somebody could have try to make a way where the king can do no wrong, but this ain't the king no more. Then, if this is what the king was doing, yeah, somebody don't want somebody to see. They want the skies to be cloudy in the situation here. That somebody already is in the kingdom with a younger woman and got one child already. Like, maybe this person can't even come back and tell you this, because how I'm about to tell the queen this. Like, this shit, this is like basically Yeah, and they don't want whatever this is to end here. Something could also ricochet on the South with this Ace of Swords. What these people are doing to somebody in the South. They could have a clone of somebody and they could be like tormenting this person. Like doing some kind of like slaughter or something. And then and then people say, oh, we was treated like slaves or something. Is this the real story? Was that some type of recompense for a group of people because in the Bible it says if you even look at a woman's in some kind of lust, you already did the crime. People have been so crazy to look at these terms and think it only means one thing. Of course a man has seen another naked woman in his head. Of course a man has seen a dirty magazine. Of course a man is going to look at another woman's butt when she walked down the street if it's hanging out. They have overly done this to make it seem like every man is guilty. We may not even be talking about that type of lust. We could be talking about your family peeking into your files, using if they work in the government to protect you, but they're peeking in to see what you're gonna be getting when you get 18, or when you go and be sitting down on your throne, or when the crown is given to you. What all assets do you have? What lands do you have? How many horses do you have? How many cars do you have? Well, damn. These could be scattered children that are just like of a part of the 144,000 or gifted children or whatever this is. They have something else attached to them. So, right? So we could have been talking about back then, the Geneva Bible 1528 or 15 something. We could have definitely been talking about the ladies was so covered up. Well, ladies in this type of society was so covered up. What was you able to look at? Then the slaves on the farm supposed to have potato sacks. So what was you looking at in lust? A woman's beautiful face, that's a piece of art. That's somebody else's wife. You should not be doing nothing else, maybe. I mean, people do. But a beautiful piece of art, a lady that looked nice, you like the way she looked, but you don't go no further than that when she go to work, there's no problem. Well, I'm not going to talk too much because that's for you and God, but I would just think nobody would be in heaven. Nobody would be saved. So, I have to look at it in a different light. Wait. So we can get into some real deal thrill stuff. That's like America using the United States government. If we have people here from abroad and looking at their file and find out what they have even at home or what they have here. And the person end up missing here. They never make it back to France. And then now somebody else has moved their family. This is a profession for a group of people. Okay? So this was also talking about lusting, like, oh my goodness, this person is loaded. Or this person is actually a queen of Monaco or a duke or something like this. Somebody is actually this. I passed that person up. Let me go finagle this person or manipulate my way back in their life, even through technology or, some type of generated communication. I don't want any phone logs or anything. So when I lure this person to just trust me, go into the city or something, or just hop on a plane and go to another city, nobody knows that that the person lured you in, and then you end up missing there. That could be the silly women and men that were led away from their homes by Pan or by the music industry or something like this, and now they work for that, or by the queen and the lion in the wardrobe, by Tomness. Okay, do you get what I'm saying? Because if nobody would have been but somebody's file has been open to the community. Somebody was working for the CIA, came back home or something. It was like, man, I found out the girl I'm going with, this was she. When you have to realize that the regular everyday American maybe, or I could be the last one that's being awakened. Everybody else in the world could see this way, but I had to work. Let's say everybody, and they like, girl, we all been knew that or whatever like this. But why don't nobody talk about it then? Why is nobody talk? I never heard nobody talking like this. Why is nobody saying it out loud? Why are you trying to teach me how to do? I could go on YouTube right now and I could find 1 billion people to show me how to do a bun. But no, I can't go find nobody that's talking like this. So either, like I said, I'm the only one seeing it like this, or there's other people that are already settled in right now after this 7-year run, the 7 days of creation that was acting like they was God. All right. And I'm the only one that's seeing it like this. Or do you see what I'm saying? But they know that the regular populace is not seeing it in this way. So they're not thinking of it that way. Your pastor never told you this in church. Your pastor never talked about it like this in church about the Bible. But you care about your pastor. You put donate in that donation box, everything like this, and then tear down people that have a different point of view. So this is why I think this is a big thing too with these pastors and these other people that have been able to become motivational speakers. They get a choice. You could be a guru online. You could be. It seems like this is like wholesale. You're wholesaling greatness and treating somebody like trash, but greatness. Somebody could have held you down for a year and let everybody that wanted to be great, a million people that want to be great, attached to your dome or to the Capitol Dome, which could be my dome, and let them get all the business ideas that I was going to do. That God said, when I get you this money, you already know what you're going to be set out to do. We already talked about these things. Yes, all those ideas is good. Now go. And I'm waiting for the finances to come through, and it's not coming through. Somebody else got it, and they did it, and they said, they could even say like, oh, well, we thought that you said you wanted to do it like, well, I would, what is this? Don't, hold on one second. Okay, hold on. Okay, 1 second. And then it's like, if I am in a God race, I would, the reason why these people could be quiet is because they know what's going on in the sleep realm, in that realm, in the 5D, and this realm. They don't have to talk about anything. So it just make it seem like you're just bragging, but really the other 3 compartments is closed for me. The only thing that I can really function in is getting this thought processing and speaking it like a prophet would be doing. Right? Because if somebody's trying to tell me, no, we developed this in the sleep realm, I don't trust you. Because I must not do well in that area. I may have an impediment. And nothing can be trusted was said in the sleep realm. There could be other people still in my energy that they're telling you that to do it like that. And I didn't say that. How do you know that that's who you're talking to? Did you verify that when in my waking times? For 7 years, cause I feel like somebody's sitting there like, I'm just confused. For 7 years, you've been sitting there confused. And you don't know. Somebody's saying that they're talking to me in some other realm, but it don't match up what I'm saying. And they get angry or something. But don't you understand? You must be over there with the control panels. I don't know what to do. Okay? And it's really not important because God gonna handle this. God gonna handle this. It's just a way of like, I'm thinking about that movie, The Miracle Worker. I'm thinking about the movie, The Miracle Worker, with the little girl. When she was getting so aggravated and throwing stuff around, and the lady finally taught her how to communicate a little bit without getting frustrated. Because I noticed that people used to do that to me, my friends and family. Now, since I don't hang around with anybody anymore, I noticed how they used to do that. If I just came to them like, girl, cause we'll have like community talks where all of us girls is just talking, girl, he get on my nerves. Yeah, how the kids doing? And we'll just dash out a little bit of this. But I noticed sometimes like, girl, what's going on? No, girl, I just got pissed off with it. Come over here. And then we just sitting there for like a whole hour talking about my situation. But I just feel like at some point in time, the conversation get like combative, like somebody's trying to tie my tongue up and I wasn't saying that. I'm just saying, I just want you to be supportive like I am when y'all talk to me. Like, I don't want you to try to fix it. I don't want you to try to, I just want to be able to, just let it out or whatever. And I feel like it turns into, I start getting hot and frustrated. Like I could tell that you're purposely trying to miscalculate or manipulate what I'm saying here. And I feel like I'm like, no, but no, but no, you're saying, wait, no. And then I don't want to talk anymore. You see? And then I thought about it like this. Well, damn, what if all these people was fixed even back then? It was made to seem like that. Like, I don't know how to have a proper conversation or something like this without getting upset or mad or something. And it wasn't even that. I just knew at the time I had to pull myself out of the conversation because you're purposely jumbling up the words and flipping them back over like a pancake or like I told you, like a empanada or something like this, and folding something over, like trying to, and that's what made me think. Because these, like, I was saying, well, damn, I was thinking that these were my friends. But what if they were all, What if they were all treasonous, traitors? My ladies in waiting, say my best friend and my cousins and my play sisters, those were my ladies in waiting, and they were all on the side of the family and the man the whole time. So they were recording every conversation. I'm the actual queen, though, right? You see what I'm saying? Like, this is something deeper here. Like, who's gonna believe me? Like, looking like this or something like this, you know, sounding like that or whatever like this. It's a very I mean, it do sound like a hate crime, but it's also some type of, I don't know, theft or fraud or robbery, or I don't know what else to call it here. Because there could be children involved in everything. It's something crazy. All right. We got the canyon energy here. I keep on wondering, did something happen and the dragons have to go? We got the Chinese fireball dragon. Okay. I've been looking at my facial features and I'm thinking like, damn, you kind of look like I did on that picture that I put with that Sekhmet video. So this could be something to do with Asia or something like this. Okay. And the canyon, somebody could have sent out a dragon or something, or an energy that is more prone to dealing with my group or my race. Uh-oh. Oh, he spun around. He still ended up on top. So this is a righteous energy here. Okay, a friendly energy in this instance. They could have found a tooth, okay, of somebody in a canyon or something like this. All right, and then again, somebody could be either carrying a test tube, or somebody is saying something about a test tube. Okay, a test tube, baby. All right, the first song on my radio play today when I woke up was a decoy. All right, so I don't know. Like I said, there could be two agents working here, two agencies working here. All right. Test tube. Let's see, because somebody could be saying that somebody is a test tube baby, or that's what's here right now, or something like this, right? If these people are trying to stay in some type of position here. But I feel like the Nine of Pentacles in this case could be the test tube baby. Okay, somebody could have designered a wife, make a designer wife, like similar to you, but you know, instead of giving your money and giving you respect and giving you support, like somebody's supposed to do their husband or their wife, they drained you the whole time, so that they would have a reason to create a hybrid test tube designer wife. It's like you, but it's not. Okay? Because God is not housed in these temples, but they seem to be doing very well. Yeah, this could be something here. 5 of Wands. Somebody's not being rejected anymore. Somebody could have like swapped your, like, somebody's paperwork with this. Okay? Also, with this person, also somebody could be a dragon, a red dragon. Because I'm thinking, why would these people be so afraid to tell the test tube person, stop causing all that problem, you're just this or something like that, because they know that they're lying. Okay? We got the Queen of Cups, the Mommy Watson energy. This person could be a test tube baby. These could be 2 test tube babies here. All right. Somebody was doing dark magic to make it seem like I'm the fake or something, or you. Okay, we're getting into the reading now. Y'all know I just be getting in, y'all. Because I got a lot on my mind. Like, it's like, dude, okay, well, if I'm regular status, why do I still have all these other bigger things on my mind? I'm in the wrong place. I don't have a mind of a suburban housewife anymore, even if God changed it. So the lifestyle need to be soon matching up with what my mindset is. It don't go the other way around. All right, we got the 7 of Cups here. This is like some kind of, you know, we'll read about this in the future, like the Loving case or something like this. Somebody's fight for freedom, the Ruby Bridges story. This is basically something like this, a heinous thing here. All right, But because you have royalty in your DNA or something, people are trying to act like it's not that much because these people so hungry to break up the royal families and elite families so they can have something instead of changing their mindset, changing their heart, changing their ways, and just bulldozing into something instead of improving themselves and taking some of this advice and then them starting something. You could tell me all day to go get a job, but I know I'm supposed to be in a palace or something somewhere. I'm not supposed to be working at fucking McDonald's in a small town in Racine, motherfucking Wisconsin. So it's no offense or nothing, but you know what I'm saying? If I was stuck in a small town like this, I would be doing something that the town people would not even probably know what the fuck we do around here. It would be a secret lifestyle or something like this where, yeah, I live here, but when I go to that airport or when I go over here to this parking garage or when I go there or something like this, I'm doing something else that I could never talk to you about in public. You understand? So this is where I feel like it could get tricky because somebody could be like, yeah, you was into this or you knew or you was at that facility. No, the fuck I wasn't. Not with my free will. You get there on your free will. Why the fuck you gotta drug me and knock me out to take me somewhere? The fuck? Like if somebody said, oh, it just gave me the message. They was there last night. They did something to you. They stuck something in your body or something. Come report to the office. Okay. You get what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? I don't have to, you know, I'm not no fucking cow. You stuffing some shit in my cheeseburger, a pill to knock me out at nighttime. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Okay? Treating me like I'm one of the livestock or something of the motherfucking farm or the kingdom. Because I'm the motherfucking natural born queen. These is queens and kings of the underground, bitch. You don't have nothing to do with what's going on with me. And you think I'm about to battle with you when I see that retarded, ridiculous ass shit? You better go on somewhere. We got the tower here in reverse. It ain't the same. And you better get your motherfucking ass out the way. Is somebody's crop or something here with the tower? Somebody is really trying to act like the two choices or something that they chose otherwise is where it's at. But it's seeming like these people could be this, okay? Could also be trying to create one. It says, wait, I'm just picking up some of these keywords right here. Follow of their fathers, the God, give them to drink among the nations, maybe, yeah, okay. Their end of host, women to them. And in tone, yes, maybe cheeks run is heard. Cheeks run. I said something yesterday on my post about people talking about don't eat swine. They acting like what's at your table or prepare on your table. And I said some of the swine that these people is being warned against is going between their other lips and cheeks. A greedy pig. A truffle butter, you know, boars go in the forest and look for wild things that's underground. They root through the ground with their nose. I'm not trying to be funny when I call somebody a boar or a pig race. More than likely, these people do have it on their coat of arms. It has something to do with their story, whether it's representing them or not. So, or their actions or something is significant when those things are on there. Doesn't even have to be, just because you have a lion on your coat of arm doesn't mean that you're a lion. It just means your family is going to run into a lion or lions are going to be relevant to your family tree. Like my in-laws have a lion on one of their coat of arms. It's being smashed in the middle of the coat of arms by two jagged rocks. Okay. But, you know, I could be the lion now that's being crushed by this family, a sector or dynamic here. None of these people in the family don't have to be a lion. I could be the lion that's trapped by outside forces, galactic, higher powers, whatever this is. It just, the coat of arms is a breakdown. If you see like I see or something like this, it's a breakdown of something. All right. So It looks like these two people are using somebody else's gifts here to seem like they are, and then you could be being drained or I could be being drained, and I'm like the maximum strength vehicle or hyper something vehicle here, but I'm being drained and I can't even think with my full capacity to help my people because you're splitting my energy, my knowledge here, and my seeing capabilities here. The hard work, all the years of reading and all the stuff I compiled together and all the videos that I did and all of the work that I did, you're giving it to this unpacked energy. And this Queen of Cups, I don't know who this could be. Okay. I'm also seeing that this girl I be watching on TV, I'm not going to say no names because somebody trying to convince me that this is the way something works. I'm tired of crashing shit down, but there's a feminine energy that is like going to Dubai doing big things or something. This girl also looks like the little girl Diamond, the real one. Okay, from they just changed the skin color from the Trayvon Martin case. The girl kind of reminds me of her. All right. I don't know these people. Now, when I moved to my Kenosha house, did they take my masculine and take him overnight and say, oh, this woman ain't teaching him nothing? Take my son amongst the vandals or another family crew or something and teach him the ways. And this person was cuddled up, like learning from a woman and fell in love with this woman. And then 10 years later came back just to move me out of that house. And then these people stayed in Kenosha and built something without me. I don't know what these people did, but do you understand what I'm saying? It seems like, why waste your time with a solid foundation or a main female with a union, okay, that everybody in our family, I thought, saw us get married, and then running around here with something else in the likeness. And it doesn't make, and their lives look like they're beneficial to this. But the main female or the real queen is not having nothing. Or like it says, these sneaky foxes have their holes in their dwellings to live in, or they go underground or whatever this is, but Jesus or Christ don't have nowhere to go. There could be something about an apocalypse, something about an underground bunker. Somebody wants me up here, or somebody that's very valuable up here when the ship hit the fan. Okay? Do you understand what I'm saying with this whole thing? But this could be a strong delusion for these people to even have went that hard, or even when I prophesied that stuff, if they was ear hustling off of what I said and all these people went and did this thing and went and built these places. My thing is, I'm the main anchoring consciousness. If I'm on fucking line talking about this, why are you sitting here acting like I'm crazy or something? Why am I just not being able to be in this realm and just be like chilling and knowing what the fuck going on and minding what that is and building up on that and leaving it alone? Because somebody was, this is like some kind of murder plot, or somebody was about to leave somebody the fuck out. Okay, that's just in my situation or somebody else's. Like somebody trying to convict, they left it open some kind of way where they can come in and say, oh, I was going to come back, or I would have came back for you, or something like this. This is somebody that found you in your happy, 7 years ago, I was at my highest. You know what I'm saying? I was at that age. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I'm this age. I'm still looking good. I'm so happy. Look at my children. They out here doing their own thing. You know, people said they wasn't going to be shit because I stayed home and didn't work. All my daughters got jobs. They doing this, got their own apartments. Oh, my goodness. You know, I was able to get up and take care of my own self and not have to worry about nobody else and do my makeup every day and everything. You know, somebody sat over my energy for 5 years until their stares and glares in the dark that they think I can't feel as a very empathic individual started to tear at something. That didn't really work either. You had to stop the flow of money that was coming into the household or coming to me. You understand? They're trying to make it so like I'm just a piece of trash or something around here that need to get taken out. And this is what's going to happen to this whole fucking clan eventually. You understand? We got the 4 of Cups here. All right? So, again, somebody's not rejecting you from your gifts is what they saying here. But you're doing dark magic so somebody can't see it. You're doing things in the dark. You changing addresses and moving, redirecting information and things like this. All right? Somebody also wanted you to go online and talk all that shit and then have to come back and beg them, and they say, oh, you was talking all that shit online. Okay? But somebody, 4 of Cups, somebody is getting a tower I feel like somebody is getting a tower. Somebody's like, oh, I got open arms or something. They might have been, because when these men, that's why I said this the weakest shit about these men, because they get these children away from the mother and they know the mother was the main provider emotionally, with the stability and everything of the child. The husband was just there. The husband didn't do nothing with the fucking kids. Maybe take them to the park, maybe take them to the mom's house, maybe pay all the fucking bills. But the mother was the essential provider of all the nourishment and discipline and every fucking thing and the feedings and everything of every fucking child. And you're gonna take somebody's child and try to reprogram it and make them look at you like something when you're around these other two bitches or something like this? That's so fucking disrespectful. I don't know what this is. Page of Pentacles here. Something could be, there could be a tower. Also, like I said, the real power could be here. This could be somebody that was also trying to summons in the real power here. All right. There's people falling up out of here. All right. And then something about starting over. This could be a family that also, you know, they was getting some deals or getting some feel good moments or something. And then somebody tricked these people like a Marcus Garvey, Umar Johnson energy. Like, give me all your money and everything and we're going to start this whatever. And then it never happens or the person disappears. Repetitive. A lot of this shit was put together by these esoteric demons and fallen angels and stuff over time. This was just one time when they wanted to do something. I don't know. I don't know what's different about this time. I can't really tell you. All right. Somebody could already be like planting new seeds or something because they can't walk away. But you're not going to take away my freedom or my rights. Because I feel like there's other places in this nation where I could lay my motherfucking head and I might feel a lot better than the way these people been feeding off of me since a child. I feel so good when I travel other places. I feel so energetic. I want to do things. You know, I want to do things here, but the people around me, well, the person that I'm with don't really like to do things, but maybe they're out there doing it with somebody else. I don't know. We got the Queen of Swords energy, Queen of Wands energy. There's no doubt about it. Somebody's been standing strong and somebody is cutthroat about something. Like somebody don't play no games here. So somebody could be trying to test you if you're ready for something, but you might tear down people so much they don't even want to help you. But it's the truth. See, because somebody could be trying to test you, but it says, thou shalt not test the Lord in this time. When I'm showing you the Lord this time, you're supposed to be just doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're not supposed to be recording this person, looking at this person, trying to trash this person or nothing like this. And this is what these people just tried to do. Could be an Empress in reverse. An Empress in reverse could be sowing seeds here. Okay, this could be also people trying to start over. But how you hiding this from the Queen? Oh, somebody saying you in denial, you're not the Queen. No, I know what y'all did. Seven of Swords, you try to steal this. Somebody's trying to steal something here. Something that already started or I put together or something like this. Somebody could have been even having amnesia, like thinking that this Empress in reverse was their Empress. And then they like taking, I feel like this is somebody like, I'm getting the fuck up out of here. This what y'all do here? Somebody could be running back towards somebody else with this. Like somebody could have got convinced. Oh, when you join our club, look, we got all these other women you could pick from. And they can't say nothing to your wife or nothing. Yes, sir, whatever you like. You know, and shit, I can't blame you. I mean, I won't say that I'm going to stop saying I feel bad because I don't. I don't blame somebody. But, you know, I don't know. But this time in my situation, you know, I'd heard the message loud and clear from God. And so God, the only one, I'm about to say something else. Okay.
Mom, are you gonna take me to the? Are you gonna take me?
All right, hold on. You know, they could tell me something and then I just listen. You know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling. All right. So we're at the King of Pentacles in reverse. And then we got the Star card. So that's what I'm wondering, how, if this is how some people's singing career or career gets started in the industry. People deplete them, purposely hold them down, restrict them, deplete them, steal from them. And then you got a janky person that's like, oh, I had that money. We got to get that money back. Yeah, what can you do? Baby, show me what you can do. You know, like, oh no, God gave me all them gifts and everything. We were so abundant with everything. Or if you would have just grabbed my hand and took me along, then, you know, whatever. But I don't want nothing to do with you because now you got that look in your eyes. That Ike and Tina shit. And we ain't doing that. Now you got Ike and Tina on your mind. Somebody could already be in the two of cups with somebody. They could have thought that the person that they picked was the star. And then you know, and then now they're coming back like, wait, I left the star. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see what I can do. Okay? But we got the Ace of Wands coming in, crashing, whatever this was. But just the fact that you thought this shit, somebody convinced, because people been doing a lot of stuff, I think, to me, in and off the scene. But stoop this low or be somebody that did some shit like this actually went along with something and carried it out, you can't fucking talk to me no more. Get your motherfucking ass out of here. Okay? Shit. Or what? Once you see what we could do with this Ace of Wands and bash your fucking head open and see what we could get up out of there of left of my fucking shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, man, I'm telling you, somebody don't know. Somebody don't know. Somebody thought that they was some silly bitch. Yeah, let's go pee in the apple juice. Oh, yeah. Oh, she gonna be about to think that mail coming tomorrow. Let's go hide it. Some fucking, like, not even Harlequin, because I had a little respect even for Harley Quinn or whatever her name is. But some goofy bitch. You got lost in the sauce with some goofy bitch. You did some goofy shit. This is a goofy ass shit. How about that? Then they say, oh, the Royals were so horrible. Motherfucker, you about to see. We doing devil worshiping over here. You ain't seeing shit yet. See, I'm getting upset, and I didn't want to get upset, so I'm going to go ahead and turn. I told y'all, when I get like this, my stomach hurt and everything. I'm just going to get off the thing, and I'm going to come back later. I'll see y'all later.